Welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting for financial freedom. We're going to be taking a look at XRP because, we have got probably bad news here coming from the SEC. They were appealing the ruling, which of course XRP was largely winning. Because of that and other reasons, to be honest with you, the price has tanked a little bit here. And I know that you are pretty much beaten. You have been in this for a very long time. Some of you have been here since 2017, since 2020. And I really understand your feelings right at this point. And I just want to reassure you that, we are in this together. And, your feelings, to be honest with you, they're just very much justified. It's frustrating, right? This is the kind of thing that we don't want our government to be doing. But you know what? It is what it is. Now the big question becomes, are we going to be missing yet another big bull cycle just like we did in 2020 because of the SEC? And I think that I have actually good news for you there, because the situation is very much different from what it was back then. I personally think that whatever is happening right now, just to summarize everything, is not as bad as it may look. Yes, I understand that there may be a slight chance that some of the rulings which were made back then are going to be overturned and something like that. But ultimately, is it going to be changing the status of XRP? Not at all, in my humble opinion. Obviously, I'm not an attorney or something like that, but on the ground, this is exactly what it looks. So let me show you some good news here from the chart, and then of course I will show you a legal opinion. But before we start here, I want to kindly ask you to help me spread the video just by delicately tapping the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm, and people looking for this kind of information will now be able to find this video much more easily. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, because I do tier on XRP and a number of other different altcoins on a regular basis. Without me further running my mouth too much, I may take a look at this great piece of news here, which says Brazil's largest crypto exchange, Mercado, has obviously partnered with Ripple to offer cross-border payments. We want to see more positive news like this. This can possibly drive the demand for XRP, and then the price in the long term will likely follow. So that's great. So coming back to the XRP chart, I want to show you real quick here what has been happening ever since maybe July 2023. So this is like a lifespan of more than a year. I think that the price has just been in a wake of accumulation pattern. And in my humble opinion, we have gone through the hardest part. Usually the spring is the hardest part of the wake of accumulation pattern, because this is when price really gets aggressive towards the downside. And it's scaring the hell out of everybody. But for now, we are done with that phase already. So if I may just go ahead and show you how we are ranging right at this point, we are looking at support levels right around, maybe the upper limit will be something like 46 cents, all the way down to something like 45 cents. These are like the worst case scenarios, right? If the price really continues to push towards the downside. But I don't think like late in this stage of the wake of accumulation pattern, you are usually playing around this level. So you may actually be worried for no reason right at this point, because there is also another opinion right there in which we would actually be seeing that, towards the end of this wake of accumulation pattern, we actually have developed another range, and the price is sitting at the lowest part of the range right at this point. So yeah, I won't be very much surprised if XRP just finds some kind of support level right there, and then start, at least testing the 65 cent level one more time. So yeah, we have got this range within a bigger range that we are seeing relative to the wake of accumulation pattern here. And, again, it's not really wise to be trading ranges and stuff like that. They are really gruesome to go through, but there is nothing, of course, that we can do to start pushing the price towards the upside. So eventually my message here is that the price is going to be breaking out of this range one way or the other, because, wake of accumulation patterns, because they are accumulation patterns. The nature is that at some point when the accumulation is mature, you have to break, and you have to continue pushing towards the upside. So now my message is that we have done actually more than 80% of the wake of accumulation pattern, and capitulating and expecting a break of this major support here, I don't necessarily think is the wise thing to do here. Obviously, I know we have been holding XRP for a very long time. I know that most of you are not ready to capitulate one way or the other, but let me quickly show you the kind of price targets that we would be anticipating from a wake of accumulation pattern like this. And usually we want to go with, Fibonacci retracement tools, because they have actually been very much consistent in the past. So if we take a look at the local peak that we were making back then in 2021 up until the bottom of the bear cycle, you can see that again, this resistance level here is just validating the top range of a wake of accumulation pattern. And then here, we can go ahead and take a look at least like the best case scenario from this week of accumulation pattern is a price target of right around $7.75, which is the full Fibonacci extension level. Actually, this kind of price targets of week of accumulation patterns is very, very normal. I'll show you one real example here, but I think you probably also have not noticed that ever since like 2021, we have done something that we always do with altcoins, right? You have a crash here, you retrace, right? Then obviously you head into your reaccumulation phase here. Then from a reaccumulation phase, you expect the price to continue pushing. And what is the obvious price target there? It's again the full Fibonacci extension. So let me quickly show you some examples here in which we are seeing NEO back then in 2017. You have that crash that we are talking about. You retrace, obviously. Then this is just grinding, right? It's gruesome. Obviously, you head towards the upside one more time. Again, what is that level that we are targeting? From the very top of the structure to the bottom here, you are anticipating a full Fibonacci extension. That is the 4.236 Fibonacci extension level. So that's where we are with XRP right at this point. So again, just to reiterate, no hope has been lost here with XRP. Everything is still fine. And if we want to take a look at XRP, actually maybe on a monthly time frame, we actually are going to realize that, you know what, the symmetrical triangle is actually squeezing very hard and it's coming to an end very, very soon. I know it doesn't feel like that, but that's actually the reality here. You can see that, you know, the downward sloping resistance is being tested time and again, the upward sloping support again being tested, and we are really squeezing the price towards an apex here. Eventually, this whole thing is going to break out very much violently. And what's the price target that we are looking to get to here? I would be saying somewhere around $13. So it's going to be taking some time, but I just want to reassure you that just from a chart perspective, this thing is not broken at all. It's still looking very much intact, just as we have been ranging all the time. We are still ranging. Again, in relation to the appeal, at least according to Attorney Jeremy Hogan here, he's actually saying that it's a mistake on the SEC side, but maybe I don't know really much about this. But what I know for sure is that they are not going to be appealing at least that XRP itself is a security, because that has actually been concluded 100%. And what does that mean? XRP is not going to be delisted from exchanges, just like what we saw back then in 2020. And because of that, I think that we can still very much participate in this bull cycle too, and I hope to see you there. I also want to remind you of an event that our partners over there at BingX have provided for the community. If you participate, you can go ahead and win something like $5,450, and on top of that, 300 ton tokens. I think it's a fantastic one. There actually is another activity too, which if you deposit a certain amount, you can win some vouchers, and you can use these vouchers to offset your losses. Let's say you are in a trade and you lose maybe, let's say $100, right? But on the sidelines, you win that voucher, which is also maybe a $100 voucher. You can use that to offset your loss, and basically you don't have anything that you have lost. I think it's a fantastic idea. So check those links as well in the comment section. Join the Patreon if you are interested in short-term trades and stuff like that. Other than that, I just want to remind you that this is not financial advice, but if you like this content, like the video, share the video with your friends and family, and of course, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.